We've reacted to scenes from 911 before, but this time it's not just medical. There's aviation involved. So I invited special guest, Captain Steve. You ready?
Ready.
Let's get started. Whoop.
SoCal Tower, is there a weather system up ahead?
What is that?
Not that I'm aware of. Stand by.
Whoa. What's that? Bird strike? What are
SoCal Tower, some kind of insect.
Is this a locust swarm? Does this happen?
It could be.
Ow! Yeah, I've seen SoCal Tower.
What?
In and around the aircraft. Ow!
Traffic alert.
Do bees attack airplanes?
Not in my experience, no.
What? Wait. Hold on a second. Was that a United flight? What was happening there?
He's having a bad day.
Wait, but how does that happen? How did the air traffic did not catch that they were going to go?
Well, she seemed pretty concerned about the swarm as well down there, and she wasn't even swatting bees.
Yeah.
Mom!
Oh. Oh no, this is Final Destination.
It's not going to turn out well.
Are bees just everywhere in this episode?
A box of bees.
This is terrifying.
Probably somebody ordered 1,000 boxes of bees for Amazon.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let me go! Please! Please!
He's like a bee zombie.
He is. Like an apocalypse movie.
Oh my.
911, what's your emergency?
We're on the 4th Street Bridge. A truck just crashed.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, I'm getting a strange buzz on the line.
That's so cheesy. Why are the bees gathering around this vehicle?
I've got the answer to that.
Oh, you do?
The queen clearly is there. The drones they'll gather around the queen. So if the queen is attached to the car, they'll do that.
Happened.
We actually had an airplane once. We were doing the walk around, the external walk around, and on the back of the airplane, the whole back was covered with bees.
Way.
So we said, how do you get rid of this? And they said, just go.
I actually experienced something similar last week. I went to the American Dream Mall, which is nearby, and I couldn't park or even drive in the area. The area was so congested because Beyonce was there.
Yeah.
And that's the real queen bee.
The queen bee.
And then all the cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mommy, I'm scared.
How many people are with you?
Me and my daughter, Rayla. She's 8, and she's allergic to bees.
The next question there would have been, how severe is the allergy?
Yes.
Because if you get a mild rash, I'm not that concerned.
Yeah.
But if you have a severe allergy leading to anaphylaxis with the throat closing up, big problem.
I'm gonna stay on the line with you until help arrives. Do you carry an epi?
Yes, I found it.
Hopefully you won't have to use it. Just stay where you are.
She entered bee swarm.
No pulse.
If you find someone with no pulse, what would you do?
I would probably call 911.
Good first step. Second step, what would you do?
I'd panic.
Chest compressions, chest compressions, chest compression. You gotta
Hyperventilate.
circulate the remaining blood by squeezing the heart.
We got you, sir.
He's breathing, but barely.
Oh my God. Don't they have fire hoses?
I would think so.
I would shoot the bees with the fire hose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check the air vents on your dashboard. Oh God. Julie, close them now.
That's not how you close an air vent.
No.
Is it the same in an airplane?
We have air vents in the airplane, and you can
open
you turn them and they close.
okay.
So yeah, they would close all the way.
Checking his airway for obstruction.
Oh wow.
No. Oh no! Oh.
Is this bee man? Why are there bees everywhere?
Go away, stupid bee. Rayla, no.
Oh, did she swat at it? Oh no.
Julie, what happened?
It stung her.
Okay, we're not gonna panic. Julie,
She's Googling how to use an EpiPen.
I've got it.
have you ever used one before?
Yes,
On your daughter?
on myself.
Wait, you're allergic too?
Oh
The
no.
allergies run in our family.
Be careful, Julie, the pheromones.
Bee pheromones? Human pheromones? Whose pheromones? She definitely just Googled something and got misinformation from TikTok and is now spreading it to the poor people.
You think that so she got the pheromone line?
Yeah, she definitely got that from Gary Brecka's Instagram.
I can't breathe. I know.
Julie, give Rayla the shot in her thigh.
Quick ouchie. Okay? Blue to the sky, orange to the thigh, and
I don't understand why they're not breaking into the car to rescue them.
Well, I think if they broke the window, all the bees would swarm that little girl. We did not see that coming.
And she already used it.
Maddie, how soon can we get help?
Oh no.
Suction's up.
What? What kind of device are they even using right now?
What is that?
How many bees did...
We're almost there.
All right, that should do it.
Sternal rub.
Sternal rub, what are you hoping? Sternal rub is to awaken a patient if they're a little out of it.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, what? He's fully swollen.
There we go. All right. O2 sats, back to 90.
His heart rate was 30 a second ago, and she rubbed on his chest, and he just happened to bump up to 70.
Well, you know.
They're not gonna make it to me, are they?
I have a plan.
She's like, I'm still Googling.
Still good.
Maybe used it up.
Yes and no. If you crack it open, we can get an extra dose out of it.
Is this true? I don't even know that. This is not something I've ever experienced.
Well, it's like your emergency chute when the first one doesn't open.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's true about EpiPens. Because they're dosed so specifically.
Okay. Now what?
You'll see a little syringe inside. Take it out. Pull up the plunger just a little bit.
I'm doing.
There's a second dose.
Mom?
Sam, fact check.
It might be true. I'm watching a video from an emergency medicine doctor on YouTube, and he says in wilderness medicine they learned that you can use a knife and cut it open, and there might be an extra dose.
What? You would think they would tell doctors about it. It's like if there's a fourth engine on your plane that you weren't aware of, then you then like, oh, if I just throw
Some
away.
ridiculous premise, and they throw this one really important fact in, you know?
Exactly.
Like nobody knew.
And the top comment says, came here from a 911 episode.
Ah.
Maddie, it worked!
LAFD, man. We got you.
I wish they opened the door and just said, be happy. Whoa. Why did it explode? It just slid. It didn't like, there was no major collision.
It's a bee-nado.
A bee-nado!
They better put their hard hats back on.
How did he know the term for it? Bee-nado.
Come on, buddy. Eyes on where we're going. I think we're...
This looks like a legitimate airliner.
Well, sure, we always have the door open in flight in case little kids want to come up with their vision goggles on. Yeah.
Welcome aboard, son.
Skytrain A80, wide-body twin-jet aircraft. Same fuselage and wing components as the A90 variants.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, Jem likes planes.
Was that fact check accurate?
I have no idea.
Okay. Like you just made
C
it up.
sounded very authoritative, though, so
Yeah.
I'm going with the kid on this.
Yeah.
Captain, there is a police sergeant here who'd like to speak to you.
All right, I was coming out anyways.
Left turn 30 degrees. And
Traffic.
Oh, traffic.
It does say traffic.
It does?
Usually you don't go to panic mode like that.
Okay.
It means that you're on some sort of a potential collision course, and it's going to tell you what to do, either climb or descend.
Oh. And how does it make the decision?
Based on the information from the two airplanes. So it compares, and if you're on a constant bearing decreasing range, it's going to tell you to climb or the other guy to climb. It's very smart. It's a very sophisticated system.
Oh my God.
He's climbing right into him.
Oh.
Ah!
No seatbelts?
Well, the captain was standing in the back because somebody wanted to talk to her. Oh, bad timing.
If
Ouch.
the fuselage is damaged like that, to
Yes.
that degree,
Yes.
is the plane still controllable?
In some circumstances, the answer would be yes to that. If you ever see a picture of this old Aloha 737, the entire top of it ripped off. But everything else, the engines, the flaps, the controls were all intact, and they were able to fly the airplane. But a bunch of people got sucked out of that airplane. So it happens on occasion, but it's very rare. And the times that it's actually still flyable are even smaller than that. But it's happened.
Does this look salvageable to you?
Potentially.
Okay. So you're
Potentially,
optimistic?
it's still airplane's still flying and it's in one piece-ish. So,
Okay.
sure, why not?
Hey!
Wake up! Wake up! Oh no, that's gonna leave a mark.
That's a femoral bleed. That's not lasting very long.
Yeah.
What can I do? What can I do?
Reduce altitude. Aren't they going down?
I think they are, but, you know.
Maybe reduce more.
Reduce more. Land now.
What did he press? What was that?
I'm guessing they're trying to tell you he hit the autopilot, but the autopilot's not a button like that, but, you know, let's go with it.
Okay, fair.
For now. Let's assume.
Oh, look at that.
Ta-da.
911, what's your emergency?
Bees!
The window's open.
Are you driving?
No. Flying. Keystone Flight 63 out of Phoenix. There's been an accident.
How does she have reception?
I have no idea. I lose it at about 500 feet, but...
Wait, you leave your cell phone on?
No.
Airplane mode.
When I'm a passenger. Let me say, I've heard of people that lose cell service.
Can I have your name?
What does the name matter?
I need air traffic.
He's like, can I tag you on Instagram?
Air Flight 63. Again, this is Air Traffic Control, Nick Johnson.
Nick, we're in trouble up here.
All right, percentage success that she lands a plane.
0.
Okay, why?
If you had some background and some experience and knew what you were doing, maybe, but this, you know, a passenger, it's not going to happen.
I have some aviation experience.
Yes.
I flew an F-16
Yep.
with the Air Force Thunderbirds.
Okay.
Could I land it?
If I could be on the ground and talking to you like that guy,
Yeah.
we'd give it a shot. Let's see how it works out for you.
Would you have me land on an airport tarmac or just throw me into the river?
Preferably. The river now is wider and it's flatter and longer. So
And you expect me to crash, so have me crash there probably.
yeah, it might turn out all right for you.
Okay.
Who stabilized the aircraft?
Her co-pilot. He's alive but unconscious. He's in bad shape.
Medically, he's in terrible shape because the second they remove that whatever object is lodged into him, he's gonna have massive bleeding and will die instantly unless there's trauma teams on staff. The thing being lodged into him is actually beneficial. It's putting pressure on the blood vessel to stop it from bleeding
Would you
out.
tourniquet that leg?
Yeah, the issue is it's really high up. So there are some unique tourniquets that you could use in a situation like that, but none that are available like willy-nilly to airplane staff.
Hi, everyone. I need your help with multiple casualties from a mid-air collision.
We're nowhere near the airport.
Neither are they. They're still mid-air.
ATC's working on bringing them down. For now, I'm gonna patch them through to each of you
Individually for triage.
Describe his breathing to me.
It's like quick, short breaths. He started flipping out when the oxygen masks came down.
Okay, I think this may be a panic attack.
I'm frequently very judgmental of people thinking they could telemedicine every medical condition. Like sometimes I get a patient that the reason that they see me in a virtual visit is for abdominal pain. And it's very hard to make that diagnosis without doing an exam. So what in the world is she using to make that diagnosis other than the one sentence of it came on quick?
And we got 1,000 things going wrong. We're all about to die. And we put the guy with the panic attack at the top of the list.
We're gonna coach him through some breathing, okay?
Sir, the plane is crashing. Just breathe.
Sergeant, my name is Jimmy Hadley. I'm your flight instructor. I've graduated hundreds of students from my flight school, from pro athletes to grandmas. I am very familiar with the aircraft that you are in. We are going to do just fine.
I have exotic sports cars, and I think if I had to coach someone through driving an exotic sports car, which is pretty easy, it would be really complicated.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, it's an airplane.
But you need this guy. He's super confident. He's done this 100 times. He's,
I will say he's soothing with his
He
approach.
is soothing.
You see the displays there, the ones with the numbers in it? You want the one with the current heading.
Which the hell was that?
This one.
Oh.
It's the one that reads
260.
Very good. End of the class. Now you see the dial that's underneath it. I want you to turn it left until it reads 360.
Oh, and then the plane auto does it.
Yeah, the problem is if you're heading 260, you need to go right to come to 360, but that's a little issue that we'll
ignore that.
We'll ignore that.
Cold.
Why is his tongue out?
And I don't think this is helping.
How do they audition this actor? Sir, act like you're having a panic attack.
He's coughing pink goo.
That would be bloody sputum. Okay, when the plane climbed, you said he was on oxygen?
No, he broke his mask.
Okay, I think he has high altitude pulmonary edema.
She's now diagnosing an extreme severe form of altitude sickness. In high altitude sickness, when it's that severe, you have all sorts of hemodynamic changes, and blood actually starts leaking into the breathing sacs. Do we know what altitude they're at now, based on the instrument?
Based on the external shots of the airplane, they look like they're about 3,000 feet, which is completely breathable, but this guy apparently is having a delayed reaction to have been higher than that.
What do we do?
Normal treatment would be to get him to the ground, but since that's not happening anytime soon, can you reach one of those O2 masks?
How much oxygen is in an O2 mask?
It depends on the airplane, but in the altitude, you're going to get basically roughly around 20 minutes. It's enough to come down from altitude and get down to where you can breathe.
And the oxygen's not working.
Okay, then we need something stronger.
Something stronger than oxygen! Get the super oxygen!
Get him a drink.
His blood vessels dilated, carrying the fluid out of his lungs. I have an idea.
Attention! Does anybody here have erectile dysfunction?
Oh, okay. So this is hilarious. Part of what happens in high altitude pulmonary edema is you have pulmonary hypertension. And originally, when we were trying to find a treatment for high blood pressure within the pulmonary system, we tried a medication called sildenafil. And then we realized, as a side effect, a lot of the participants ended up getting erections. And then we realized that the medication is better suited for erectile dysfunction because it affects those arteries and blood vessels. But it does work for high blood pressure within the pulmonary system. So
this lady with her emotional support pet is now screaming at the top of her lungs.
Who has trouble with an erection.
And is some guy going to go, "Sir, you saved the day."
A man's life depends on it.
See, there you go, you called it.
Now we're looking for a nebulizer. So if anybody has asthma or...
I packed one for my COPD.
For COPD, that means she has a nebulizer that delivers steroid. What is that going to do?
All right, now when you have the
Oh,
powder,
look at her doing.
mix it with water in the reservoir.
Oh my God.
Okay, doing it.
They didn't teach us this in medical school.
No.
Okay. Now what?
Turn it on and pray I'm right.
Okay, come on.
I think if I type into my Google, "Can you nebulize Viagra?" I will lose my medical license.
Yeah, probably the police would show up and take your computers, but...
It worked! And he's erect.
He's waking up.
Let the pills do their job and find a blanket and put it over his legs.
What's the blanket for?
To hide his erection.
Modesty.
Oh no, the plane!
It's getting worse.
So what changed that it randomly started sucking?
Well, because the storyline just got so kind of tedious that we had to have something else happen here. But apparently the airplane's coming apart over time.
But what the hell is happening?
It's the breach in the fuselage. All the wind in the cabin is creating drag. It's slowing you down and it's pulling you down.
Tell me how to stop it.
You have to speed up.
Okay, we need to add 30% more thrust to compensate.
How did he know it was 30?
I have no idea. I think he's just making it up. Make him feel good on the way down.
How far?
All the way.
All the way?
All the way. Give it
Is
what
all
you got.
the way 30?
Yes, I saw this on a Star Trek episode. Scotty, give me everything you've got.
I want full power, Mr. Scott.
This gal's on top of it.
Keep going until the indicator shows 250.
They're all pushed back in their seats.
Yeah, before they were flying 250, no problem.
Right.
Why are they now in hyperspeed?
Well, because they push all that power on you. It happens when I do that in the airplane. You guys feel it in the back. You're just like
I do feel
face is flapping and.
The autopilot just checked out.
It's the drag. You need to nose down manually, but just 5 degrees.
How do I do that?
Okay, you see that thing that looks like a joystick? Well, it works like one too, but you have to be very gentle.
I got it!
Not like the co-pilot before you.
Yeah. Oh.
He's got it.
Didn't he say you have to nose down, though?
He did. I heard him say 5 degrees gently.
Yeah.
And the
And
kid's
now
he's
pulling
bringing
it
it
up.
back up.
Yeah.
But it's,
Look at that.
I think this kid knows more than the guy on the ground.
Oh!
Oh! Now no rudder.
So now you're not turning side to side.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you still can, right, with
you could move the throttles
side to side.
because you got engines out on the wings. The DC-10 that crashed in Sioux City many, many years ago, there was a third pilot in the back of the airplane. Their rudder was disabled, and he came and used asymmetrical power to get the airplane to turn.
What about turning it this way and then rotating it and then dropping it?
You don't really need the rudder for that. You can do that with the elevators.
Yeah.
They still have those, or the ailerons. They still have those.
So this plane could do that.
Most of the rudder is still there, so I think they're going to be okay.
Oh, okay.
Bobby, we're running out of fuel. And they're worried that this thing's gonna take out
Who's
a lot of people,
Bobby?
and I don't just mean the ones in it.
That's not gonna happen. How much do you need?
How much of what?
Runway.
At least a mile would be good.
Is that enough?
Sure, you can land an airplane in 5,000 feet.
Well, what's a typical runway length?
About 10,000.
Oh, okay.
But if you appreciate a challenge in a situation like this,
which she's
then
obviously
just use
up for.
half the runway as a marker. Yeah.
Sergeant Grant, are you there? I'm here. Changing plans.
2 phones.
We're taking the freeway.
All right. There's a lever that releases the landing gear.
We got this, right?
She turns to the 11-year-old. He's like,
yeah. You figure it out.
Flaps 1.
Oh.
Flaps 2.
Oh.
180 knots.
Flaps 3. Flaps 4.
How many flaps are there?
on an Airbus, there's 4.
Jim, you're up.
Do it, kiddo. Take the stick.
Do it, kiddo. I've trained countless people to do this. Do it, kiddo.
The best part about this is this kid can't see over the dash. So he's going to do this
blind.
He's going to do it all on instruments on the freeway. What could go wrong?
Prepare for impact.
Oh. Oh. Oh, do the wheels have brakes?
Not those wheels. That's the nose wheel. It doesn't have brakes, but the rear wheels do. Yeah, they do.
He should have the thing.
He's got the wands.
Yeah.
All right, good. All right, set the parking
How
brake.
did he know? He should kiss the plane. He should give the tip a kiss.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Oh!
ATC. We're on the ground.
She should have said Captain Sully. Who?
All right.
Pat on the back.
All right, the line at this point, she should say, find me a literary agent, I'm ready.
Realism score 1 to 10?
0.
I mean, there was a couple of things that were interesting, like the EpiPen trick. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah.
3.5. If you add that up out of 20, 3.5. Did you learn anything about the flying?
No, the flying was, that was very interesting. Okay. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
As referenced in this episode, I flew an F-16. You could check that out here, and definitely check out, linked in the description, Captain Steve's channel, where he reacts to all sorts of airline disasters and more. As always, stay happy and healthy.